What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Torino Career Mode. This is episode number 58, and we start today's episode off with a game in the Champions League here against St Etienne away from home in France. As you can see by the Champions League group so far, halfway through, 3 games in, but already St Etienne's hopes of qualifying for the knockout stages are very, very slim. Really, they need to win this game to have any chance of still qualifying for the knockout stages. Otherwise, the best they could possibly hope for is a place in Europa League by finishing in third place. So we take them on here away from France, and of course they knew their Champions League hopes were very slim. They knew they really did need to win this game, so the first couple of chances unsurprisingly would come to them. This one in the 27th minute, that header going just over the bar, and in the 43rd minute this header by Courgenet was cleared off the line by Benassi. So St Etienne making a pretty bright start to this game, and on the stroke of half time another good chance for the French side here as they work their way inside with Max Gradel playing it through towards Diabate. The strike is taken, but it goes wide the post and behind for a goal kick. So still 0-0, and the first half really was all about St Etienne. But in the second half, 2 minutes after the restart here, you've heard the cliche, football is a game of two halves, and really this game was a prime example of that, because the first chance fell to us in the 49th minute, Darmian going on a storming run and picking out Gabbiadini, but his shot goes wide the post. And in the 58th minute, yet another good chance for Torino. Shalanolu gets on the ball for us, gives it inside towards Dybala, picks out Poloski, running clear, one-on-one with the goalkeeper Ruffier, but it's a superb stop and he turns it behind for a corner. So still St Etienne 0, Torino 0, but the first half, all St Etienne, the second half, all Torino. Football is a game of two halves, and this game was proving it. In the 68th minute, a good chance for us to make it 1-0. Zardes gets on the ball, keeps on going and shoots, but Ruffier makes the save. But as St Etienne get the ball away, they fail to deal with the danger completely. Darmian heads it back in. Poor defending, really. Poloski heads the ball up in the air, keeps hold of the ball, the fake shot, and from just outside the area, finesses the ball into the corner and makes it St Etienne 0, Torino 1. So just over 20 minutes to go. It's Poloski with the opening goal of the game, doing the salute in front of the St Etienne fans, who must have realised now that their hopes of qualifying for the knockout stages were all but over. Really, really good finish by Poloski, and I loved it as well, because usually from that sort of range, I'm going to try and smash the ball in, but instead I went for the finesse shot, tried to curl it into the bottom corner, more sort of accuracy than power-based, that shot, and it was a really good strike that did find the back of the net, and it was how the game would finish as well. St Etienne 0, Torino 1. So the first half, all St Etienne. The second half, all Torino. We get the win by a goal to nil. We had a bit more possession and 2 more shots on target, but the same amount of shots in total, and it really was, like I said, a game of two halves. St Etienne in the first, us in the second, in a game which I think they probably did deserve a point, really, but their finishing just wasn't good enough, and we took the golden chance. As you can see by the group as well right now, it does mean that in the last 2 games, all we'll need is 1 win to guarantee us a place in the knockout stages. Due to the head-to-head ruling with Real Madrid, it does mean that 1 win will do enough for us to guarantee a place into the knockout stages, be it coming against Feyenoord or Real Madrid. And as things stand, like I said, there's still time to go in the group with 2 games to go. As I said at the start, though, I did think it'll be between Real Madrid and Torino, who finishes first and second, and then Feyenoord and St Etienne will finish third and fourth, and it does look like that will be the case. We just need to make sure we don't lose our final 2 games and pick up at least 1 win. So we take on Milan for the second game of today's episode here, the second of 3 games in today's episode, and the first chance would fall in the 5th minute as Dybala gets on the ball and turns to Sciglio. He rises the slide challenge, gets himself inside to shoot, but the shot is well saved by Diego Lopez, and the Spanish goalkeeper turns it behind for a corner, so still goalless. And in the 10th minute, Motta gets on the ball for us here and plays a good ball inside towards Dybala. Dybala plays a better ball inside towards Gabbiadini, who holds the ball up, gives it to Dybala, and Dybala finds the bottom corner and makes it Torino 1, Milan 0. So really, really good finish by Dybala. And a couple of you guys, have been asking me why I talked about Dybala being a support striker for Immobile. Why not focus more on Immobile being a support striker for Dybala, really? And, to be honest, you guys are probably right. Dybala's had a great start to his Torino's career so far. It's his 8th goal in the Serie A already this season. And maybe you guys are right. Maybe Dybala should be the one who's looking to get the goals as opposed to the assists, and flipping it with Immobile's role, really. So Torino 1, Milan 0, Dybala with the goal, and in the 14th minute, a good chance to make it 2-0. Florenzi cuts inside and shoots, but Diego Lopez turns it behind for a corner, and it is still just 1-0. But we were looking pretty menacing early on, and unlike the St Etienne game where we really didn't get started in the first half, we were looking the better side, and the far better side at that. And in the 18th minute, another good chance to score again here and get our second goal of the game. Hakan Çalhanoğlu was standing over this free kick. So far, he's only scored 1 free kick for us, which is a bit of a shame. him because I thought it'd be a little bit better, and this free kick goes just wide of the post, but even so, pretty close there from the Turkish midfielder, but it was still 1-0. And in the 26th minute, Milan had their first chance of the game. This cross finds Kirshi, a former Torino player. Eventually a shot comes into the far post, it hits the post, and then Bernie makes a fantastic save as well to deny Kirshi, and we eventually get the ball away. So still Torino 1, Milan 0. And in the 45th minute, another good chance for Torino. Again, it's Shalanoglu on the ball for us, going down the right hand side, takes it around to Sciglio, who was having a really horrible game at this point, keeps hold of the ball. Ronaldo chops inside, plays it through towards Gabbiadini, and Gabbiadini finds the back of the net and makes it Torino 2, Milan 0. So really good finish by Gabbiadini there, but a brilliant ball from Hakan Shalanoglu, just turned to Sciglio inside and out, who was having a really poor game up until this point, and a fantastic through ball as well to pick out Gabbiadini, who does the rest and finds the back of the net. So Torino 2, Milan 0 going into the break, and just a couple minutes after the restart, a good chance to make it 3-0. Lorenzo Motta gets on the ball and finds Manolo Gabbiadini through towards Immobile, lovely back heel towards Dybala, who's onside, but Diego Lopez makes a good save and turns it behind for a corner. So still Torino 2, Milan 0. And in the 68th minute, another good chance for us here. Immobile fake shots round Zapata, who rides a slide challenge as well. Keeps on going down the right-hand side. Tries to take it round Rami, succeeds in doing so. Takes a shot as well, but again, Diego Lopez is on hand to make the save and keep it at 2-0. So if it wasn't for the Spanish goalkeeper, Milan could have been 3, 4, possibly even 5-0 down at this stage. But it was still 2-0. But in the 76th minute, Keita goes on a run, rides a slide challenge here, goes down the right-hand side, gets past, guess who, De Sciglio again, and smashes the ball in to make it Torino 3, Milan 0. So Keita comes off the bench, completes the route, 3-0 to Torino, and also gets his first goal in a Torino shirt as well. So Keita, as a player, I said he's going to come off the bench and be in a real injection of pace for us, and that's exactly what he did in this moment as well. Really good show of pace, great show of agility too, but De Sciglio in this game, man, like seriously, he was just all over the place, could not defend for the life of him, and that was how the game would finish. So Torino 3, Milan 0. Great to get another win notched up with Torino. The start to this season has been absolutely fantastic. Still only lost just one game in all competitions, and in the majority of the games we've played, we've been the better side, you know, and this game proved to be true as well. Shalanoglu was my man of the match with 2 assists in that game. But yeah, it's been crazy. The start of this season has been absolutely superb, and don't get me wrong, we're in the 3rd season now, so we've had a couple of years to get used to the team and try and build the sort of side I want, which I'm currently doing. But even so, like, the start to this year has been incredible. I never really would have predicted that we'd still be unbeaten still unbeaten in the league and only have 1 loss in all competitions so far, which was against Real Madrid away from home in the Champions League, which was to be expected really. So it's been really, really good so far, and long may it continue. Still following out, we had some World Cup qualifiers with Italy. Of course, in the last episode, we found out we're still going to be managing Italy, which is a real surprise because I certainly didn't see that coming. So hopefully we can get them qualified for the World Cup in 2018 in Russia, and hopefully I'll do a good job there, a much better job than the one in European Championships. And we take on Genoa for the 3rd and final game of today's episode here away from home. And Genoa last season were the surprise package in the Serie A. They finished in 3rd place, so they got themselves a Champions League place for this season. And of course, for a long time, we're actually considered our closest title rivals. So coming into this game, wary of their threat. And of course, we did actually lose the last time we were here, so we're definitely wary of their threat. And the first chance would come to us in the 19th minute though, as Immobile cuts inside to shoot and also scores as well. So in the last game against Genoa, we did lose it away from home. We got to the perfect start in this one, scoring the opening goal of the game just 20 minutes in. A really, really good finish by Immobile, cuts inside with the fake shot, shoots at the near post and also beats Perin as well, who I think might have done a little bit better, but even so, good strike by Immobile, and it's Genoa 0, Torino 1. But in the 25th minute, a good chance for Genoa to equalise. Lestien goes down left hand side and crosses the ball in, picks out Iago Falca, but the header goes over the bar and behind for a goal kick. So still 1-0 to Torino. In the 30th minute, a good chance to make it 2-0. Florenzi cuts inside just like Immobile did, finds Hakan Shalanoglu on the edge of the area, but the strike is well saved by Perin, and eventually Genoa clear. So still 1-0 to Torino in this game. And in the 44th minute, another good chance for Genoa. Again, it comes from a cross. It's headed away, but not fully dealt with. Eventually, a shot comes in from just outside the area, but it goes over the bar and behind for a goal kick. So still 1-0 to Torino, but Genoa certainly feeling it in the first half, looking pretty threatening. As Lestien gets on the ball here, he plays it through towards his man. The number 33 finds Iago Falca, gets himself inside, plays it back to the number 33, and Bernie makes the save, and Alexandro gets the ball away. So still 1-0 to Torino, but Genoa certainly were playing quite well and looking very menacing. But in the 53rd minute, 8 minutes after the restart, we did make it 2-0, and what a superb goal it was. Absolutely superb ball by Danilo, picking out Hakan Çalhanoğlu, and his header goes past Perrine and into the back of the net. And I did say that Perrine, I think, could have done a little bit better for the first goal, which Immobile scored. There was nothing he could do about this. An absolutely superb floated ball in by Danilo, and Hakan Çalhanoğlu heads it past the goalkeeper and makes it Genoa 0, Torino 2. So brilliant assist for Danilo, our right back, and a fantastic header as well by Hakan, putting it past Perrine into the back of the net, and he makes it Genoa 0, Torino 2. And it was how the game would finish as well, a 2-0 victory. Genoa didn't really get back in the game after that. He sort of ran out of steam a little bit, and we just controlled it until the final whistle and notched up another win. So right now we really are feeling it in the league. We keep on notching up the wins. We keep on getting the 3 points in most games, and of course that is the most important thing. We're really feeling it early on. We've had a great start to the season. Long may it continue, because I am desperate to make sure we win the Serie A again and show the other teams in this division that we want to be crowned champions year after year and try and rule Italian football. But that does end the episode, guys. So as always, big thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of Torino Career Mode very soon.